guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very fun video and one that I have actually been requested to do back in January, so I'm finally doing it, and that video is the Do I Have That Book challenge. This challenge has 20 questions, and each question is a prompt that is going to correspond with a book that I may or may not have on my shelves. And the challenge part of all of this is to just see how many of these prompts I have that match books on my shelves. So, without further ado, let's jump into this challenge. If you guys feel like following along and participating, I will leave all 20 prompts in the description box down below. If you want, you can go ahead and leave me a comment with each book that you have that corresponds to each of the questions. I would be really interested to see what your answers are. Question number 1 is, do you have a book with deckled edges? And yes, I do. That book is Two Dark Reigns by Kendar Blake. Not only does it have deckled edges, but it's also a signed first edition, so that makes this book extra special. Question number 2 is, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? The first one I could really think of was The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan, which is book 1 in the Heroes of Olympus series. So on this cover you have Leo, Piper, and Jason on the metal dragon Hephaestus. So there you go, 3 or more people. Question number 3 is, do you have a book based on another fictional story? Do I have? Yes, I do have one. That book is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. So Carry On is based off of Rainbow's other book, Fangirl. So in Fangirl, the main character, Kath, is a fangirl for the Simon Snow fandom, and Simon Snow is basically that world's equivalent of Harry Potter. So Rainbow Rowell decided to bring Simon and Baz to life in Carry On. The sequel, Wayward Son, is actually coming out next month, which I'm super excited about. But yes, so Carry On is based off of Fangirl. Question number 4 is, do you have a book with a title that's 10 letters long?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10. Oh, I found one. So the book that I have with the title that's 10 letters long is Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 5 is, do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? So this question was a little tricky, but I did manage to find one. So the book that I'm choosing for this prompt is Every You, Every Me by David Levithan. So the word every starts with E and the word me finishes with E. So there you go. Question number 6 is, do you have a mass market paperback book? And I actually have a full shelf of them. I don't think you can see it in this frame, but in this bookshelf on the top I have a smaller shelf where all of my mass market paperbacks are. I have the 3 original Lord of the Rings books in the original trilogy, and I also have the Sookie Stackhouse books, or a part of that series. Question number 7 is, do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? I actually have a whole bunch of them. For those of you who didn't know, Cassandra Clare is actually a pen name. It's not her real name, so I have every single one of her books. Question number 8 is, do you have a book with the character's name in the title? The book that jumps out at me the most right now is The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. So this is a collection of short stories about the warlock Magnus Bane from the Mortal Instruments series, and there is literally his name in the title right here. Question number 9 is, do you have a book with 2 maps in it? This one's gonna be tricky because I feel like most fantasy books have a map, but they only have 1 map and not 2. Okay, so in The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, on the inside flaps there's a map here, and on the back one there's a map, but it's the same exact map. Does that count? Hold on, I'll try to find a better one. It doesn't seem like I have any books that have more than 1 map in it, so that question is a fail. Question number 10 is, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I feel like with book-to-screen adaptations, the norm is to go with a movie, not so much a TV show, but we'll see. My first go-to answer is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, but I have used her books way too much in this challenge already, so I'm going to see if I can find something else. I found another one. So the book is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, one of my all-time favorite books. It was made into a TV series by Netflix, and This might come as a surprise, but I haven't watched that TV show yet because I feel like they have strayed so far from the original book, and I'm just not okay with that. I might give the first season a chance. We'll see, maybe in a few years I'll give it a go, but for right now I really have no interest in that TV show whatsoever. I prefer the original book. Question 11 is, do you have a book written by somebody who was originally famous for something else? The only one I can really think of is John Green, because I think before he was a published author, he posted videos on YouTube. He was a YouTuber, so maybe? Question number 12 is, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? This one was a little tricky to find, but I actually found one, and that book is The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. Still haven't read this yet. Oops. But as you can see, on the front cover right here, there's a clock, and on the back cover, there is the same exact clock. Question 13 is, do you have a poetry book? And right off the bat, I'm going to answer this question. No, I do not have a poetry book. I'm not a fan of poetry. I had to study so many poems when I was in college, and I just didn't enjoy it, so I feel like that might have ruined poetry for me. So yeah, I don't have any poetry books whatsoever on my shelves. Question 14 is, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? I used to have Looking for Alaska by John Green on my shelves, and I know that had an award stamp on it, but I gave it to my sister, so I don't know if I have another book that has an award stamp on it. So I just spent way too much time checking every single book on my bookshelf, and I don't have another book with an award stamp on it. I guess that's another fail for me. Question 15 is, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? So my initials are SNT. This is a combination of initials that I have never seen on any book ever. Yeah, no, I don't own any book with an author with my initials. Let me know in the comments down below if you know of an author that has the initials ST. Maybe I'll check out their work. Question 16 is, do you have a book of short stories? And I have a few of them. I have The Assassin's Plate by Sarah J. Maas, which is a collection of short stories from Selena's past as an assassin. It was a really great read. I also have The Bane Chronicles, like I previously showed you. It's a collection of 10 short stories about Magnus Bane. I also have Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, which is a collection of short stories that take place after City of Heavenly Fire. I can't tell you specifically what it's about because it would be a spoiler. Question 17, do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? I feel like this one's going to be a tricky one.
Nope. Oh my gosh! On my second try. Okay, I think I need to go buy a lottery ticket.
The book that I have in my hand is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and it has 502 pages. That was actually pretty lucky. Question 18 is, do you have a book that was turned into a movie? City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and The Sea of Monsters, Divergent by Veronica Roth, The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Okay, I think I can stop now. I think you guys got the point that a lot of YA books are being turned into movies. Question 19 is, do you have a graphic novel? So I'm going to count manga as part of this question, and I actually have 2 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul. So I have volume 1 and volume 2. I read these I think 2 years ago and I really enjoyed them. I really have to continue on with this series, but it's just that there are so many volumes. But yeah, I have these on my shelf. The last question is, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? The Cassandra Clare bind-ups of novellas that I have are all written by 3 people, so it's always Cassandra Clare and 2 other people. She has people co-write her Shadowhunter novellas with her, but like I previously mentioned, I have used Cassandra Clare books too much in this challenge already, so I'm gonna go with something else. And that something else is Let It Snow by John Green, Lauren Miracle, and Maureen Johnson. So this is a collection of 3 short stories, 1 written by each author, that are all set in Christmas time. I'm actually reading this book this holiday season, so I'm super excited. So there you have it. That was my take on the Do I Have That Book challenge. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for for you guys. I feel like I'm better acquainted with my bookshelves now, so that's good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss any of the new videos that I will post in the coming weeks. And I will see you all in next week's video. Bye, guys!